You are not supposed to find this message by accident. The entire cosmos shifted just slightly, just enough to make sure these words would fall directly into your path at the exact moment you were most ready to receive them. Heaven waited patiently, days, weeks, maybe even years, for this precise hour, because God knows your soul has been growing restless. You've been surviving silently through things no one else knows about, burying your prayers under pillows soaked in tears, and yet still waking up every morning pretending everything's fine, when in truth, something deep within you has been crying out, asking, begging, for one undeniable sign that the struggle wasn't in vain, that all this pain would one day mean something. And now, the answer is being given to you with stunning clarity, with urgency, because what happens tomorrow morning is not small, not symbolic, not subtle. It is divine interruption. It is spiritual redirection. And it is the beginning of a divine reversal so profound that heaven has ordered its angels to surround you the moment the sun rises, because something sacred is being delivered to you. Something invisible but unstoppable, something that will mark the before and after of your entire existence. There is a moment, a window of time, where destiny intersects with decision. And that moment is now. You have walked too far to turn around, cried too hard to give up now, and suffered too long to stay stuck. The battles you fought alone in silence are about to become the very platform God uses to lift you before others. Not because you wanted recognition, but because your story carries power. God is not interested in your perfection. He's interested in your obedience. And right now, He is asking you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit, because there is a name being written down in the book of manifestation at this very hour, and it's yours. The blessings coming toward you are not random. They're not coincidence. They are the result of every seed you planted in secret, every act of kindness you gave without applause, every storm you endured without retaliation, every time you chose to stay when others walked away. And God saw it all. And now, tomorrow, He responds. The shift coming is not for the faint of heart. It will be fast. It will be intense. It may even scare you because it won't make sense at first. But Archangel Michael has already been assigned to walk beside you as the dawn breaks, to guard what is being delivered, and to fight off every spirit, person, or situation that dares attempt to delay what is already in motion. There will be signs, yes, clear and undeniable. You may see repeated numbers like 1111 or 444. You may hear your name whispered in your spirit, or feel an unexplainable peace wash over you the moment you wake up, because that's how heaven alerts you that your reality has been rewritten overnight. A divine override is being executed. This means something that was once completely blocked, something you long gave up on, something you silently mourned, will suddenly be returned to you in a form more beautiful, more powerful, and more aligned than you dared to imagine. You're not reading this because you're lucky. You are reading this because you're chosen. And chosen people go through chosen trials, not to destroy them, but to prepare them. You are being prepared. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every door slammed in your face, every season of delay. It wasn't punishment, it was refinement. You are not being buried. You are being planted. And now, the first sprouting is about to break through. And it begins the moment morning light hits your window. Someone has been praying for you from heaven. Someone whose love for you never died. And they have been whispering your name before the throne of God, begging for you to receive this moment with open hands and open heart. Because what's coming is not just about you. It's about everyone connected to your obedience. Your future family, your hidden gifts, your legacy. And as the hours tick towards sunrise, the veil between realms is growing thinner, and messages, instructions, and breakthroughs are traveling faster than ever. Listen closely. Feel everything. Write down your dreams. Speak gratitude out loud, even before you see anything, because your vibration must rise to match what's being sent. You're not preparing for just a good day. You are preparing for a divine appointment written into your life before you were born. And tomorrow morning, it begins. If you could see what heaven is doing behind the veil right now, you wouldn't be able to stop trembling. The activity around your name is beyond anything you've ever imagined. The angels are in motion. Your prayers have ignited movements in realms you've never touched with your physical body. Archangel Michael is not just standing by your side. He is armed, alert, and fiercely protective of the gift you are about to receive. 4 hours now, the heavens have been roaring, not with storms, but with celebrations, because you are finally standing on the edge of your awakening, and what has been hidden, stolen, delayed, or locked away is about to crash into your reality like a flood that cannot be contained. Do you realize how rare this moment is? How carefully timed it has been? God waited for the exact alignment, not just in your heart, but in the universe, in the movements of stars, in the silence of midnight cries, just to deliver something that cannot be undone by man, demon, or fate. You have been waiting, but now the wait is over. You have cried, but now joy is coming. Not just momentary, but foundational, structural, unshakable joy. You have walked through deserts without maps, loved people who never saw your soul, prayed for things that looked like they'd never come. And still you stood. Still you hoped. Still you whispered, God, don't forget me. And he didn't. He never did. Not for 1 second. And now the time has come. He is about to make you the example. Not the warning. Not the cautionary tale. The divine example. The proof. Your name has been whispered in the ears of those with resources. Your face has appeared in dreams of people who don't yet know you, but are destined to bless you. A letter is being signed in your favor. A door is unlocking in a city you've never stepped foot in. A voice is rising somewhere, defending you, recommending you, praising you behind your back, because you were never meant to climb this mountain alone. You were meant to be lifted, and the lifting begins at sunrise. When the morning light touches your walls, something will break. Not something bad, not something painful, something heavy. A spiritual weight you've carried for years without language or explanation will suddenly fall off you. You won't know exactly how or why. It will feel like breathing for the first time, like remembering who you were before the world got loud. You'll start to see differently, feel differently. Your intuition will sharpen. Your sense of purpose will reignite. You'll crave peace more than approval. You'll say no to things you once tolerated. You'll walk away from people you once bent over backwards to please. You'll finally understand that your survival wasn't just for you. It was for the calling. Because God didn't bring you this far to leave you in circles. He is not a God of confusion. He is not cruel. He is precise. And he is faithful. He is so faithful that he's been preparing this miracle in secret, protecting it from the wrong eyes, guarding it until you were strong enough to hold it without breaking it. And now, finally, it is yours to receive. But you must remain spiritually awake. You must resist the old patterns. The enemy will try to distract you today. He will stir up confusion. He will trigger your doubts. He will send someone to push your buttons, to lower your vibration, to make you question if any of this is real. Don't fall for it. Keep your eyes on the signs. You're being watched by heaven with the closest attention. God has appointed this hour as your turning point, and Archangel Michael has been sent to seal this moment with a protective force no dark spirit can cross. The room you sleep in tonight is being flooded with angelic presence. Even if you can't see it, you may feel it: goosebumps, a sudden stillness, a flicker in the air, a voice in your heart that says something is about to happen. Listen to it. Trust it. You are not delusional. You are not desperate. You are discerning. And what your spirit senses is the trembling of a miracle breaking through the fabric of reality. You have waited long enough. Your spirit has matured. You are ready. Not perfect, not sinless, but willing. And that is what God honors. The willing heart, the surrendered soul, the open hand. Don't underestimate what's being put in motion. You might feel like nothing is changing right now, but that's only because the roots are forming underground. What is being birthed through you will bless generations. This is not a temporary blessing. It is a generational shift. You are not just being elevated, you are being transformed. And tomorrow morning, when your feet touch the floor, know that you're stepping into the very beginning of your answered prayer. The angels know your name. God has spoken over your destiny. The time is now. It is done. And while the world sleeps, unaware of the divine choreography unfolding in realms unseen, heaven has already gathered. A council of angels, cloaked in celestial fire and radiant gold, has been dispatched with scrolls in their hands, scrolls that carry your name, your purpose, and the next chapter of your anointed journey. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your new reality, sword raised, guarding your next breath, because what you are about to step into is too sacred to be interfered with by the enemy. Every trial you've endured, every tear you've buried deep, every time you said, "I can't go on," has been recorded, not in judgment, but in love, as evidence of your endurance, as proof that even when you felt forgotten, you remained loyal to the light. God is not just planning a reward. He is preparing a shift so powerful that even your enemies will be silenced, not with vengeance, but with awe. But there is something you must know before the sun rises tomorrow. Heaven does not intervene where the human will still clings to broken altars. That is why this message is reaching you now, in this exact moment, with these exact words. Because the decision you make tonight will unlock what is scheduled to arrive with the light of dawn. If you choose to ignore this, if you delay, second guess, or pretend you didn't hear, it may not be darkness that takes you, but a delay so severe that it could stall your destiny for years. This is not punishment. It is spiritual law. The door is only open for a short time, and angels can only shield a door that has not been slammed shut by doubt. So God is asking you now, with a trembling in the heavens so intense that even the stars are holding their breath. Are you ready to let go of the person, the fear, the bitterness, the cycle, or the pain that no longer fits the you He's calling forth? Because in the place where you're going, old weights will sink you. And you've already come too far to drown now. The blessing is prepared. The battle has been cleared, but the mindset, the wound, or the relationship you're still holding may turn the miracle into a missed opportunity if not released. You must know that some of the people you've trusted have not just been wrong for you. They've actively cursed what's coming because your elevation threatens their stagnation. You can't carry people who keep poking holes in your spiritual boat. This is the moment of sacred separation, not with hate, not with malice, but with divine understanding that not everyone who walked with you this far is meant to witness what God will do next. The angel assigned to your household has been waiting for your soul's alignment to this truth. There are scrolls that remain unopened in your name because your energy has been divided, your heart tangled in earthly distractions, and your voice distracted by lies that sound like comfort, but are really disguised delay. God is not angry. He is desperate to see you walk into the fullness He wrote for you long before you were born. But miracles don't land in hands that are still clinging to shadows. You've sensed this stirring, haven't you? In the quiet moments before sleep, when something feels like it's moving in the spiritual, pulling you towards something higher. That's not your imagination. That's the whisper of your angels trying to break through the noise, urging you to prepare. Because tomorrow, yes, tomorrow morning, there is a divine marker in your timeline. A visitor you won't see, but who will stand at your door. A blessing so precise, it will feel like heaven finally remembered your name. But your soul must be in the right posture to receive it. You must wake up in surrender, not in stress. In faith, not in fear. In release, not resistance. You must fall asleep tonight with a final decision to let go of what can no longer survive in your tomorrow. God has instructed the heavens to send signs all around you tonight. Look for repeated numbers, flickering lights, sudden stillness, dreams with golden light, or even a moment of intense warmth in your room. These are not coincidences. They're confirmations. Your name is being spoken in rooms you don't even know exist by spirits who've waited lifetimes for this moment. The clock is ticking in the spirit realm, and the moment your eyes open tomorrow, a countdown begins. Not to fear, but to favor. Not to chaos, but to calling. This is not a warning to frighten. It is an invitation to awaken. A rare moment where the veil is thinnest, and those who listen will not just be saved, they will be elevated. You are not meant to read this by chance. Your soul called this message to you. Now, what you do next determines everything. And so the final hour before dawn draws near, and every angel in the throne room of heaven is standing in position, not with wings folded, but extended wide, casting shields of light over your timeline, bracing for what will occur once the divine hour strikes. This is not symbolic. This is not poetic exaggeration. This is prophecy. At exactly the hour God has marked on the eternal clock, an hour written beside your name before your body was ever formed in the womb, heaven will release what has been withheld. Not because you are unworthy, not because he forgot, but because there are divine moments that require you to reach a point of readiness so sacred, so complete, that heaven cannot pour without risking the spoiling of the gift. But now you're there. Your spiritual DNA has been activated. Your resistance has collapsed. Even if your mind doesn't feel ready, your spirit has reached full term. And God is delivering. There are no delays from this point forward unless you turn back. Unless you try to carry yesterday's pain into tomorrow's promise. That is the only thing that can cause this miracle to pass you by. Not Satan, not curses, not generational cycles. Only your own unwillingness to surrender to the transformation heaven is demanding of you now. You are not being punished, you are being promoted. But with promotion comes exposure. God is about to reveal some hidden enemies with such shocking clarity, your heart may feel betrayed. But this is necessary, because you must know, before your crown is placed, who is smiling at your fall. And you must know, before you are publicly elevated, which hearts held envy instead of prayer for you. Do not fear this truth. Do not resist the exposure. It is heaven's mercy disguised as heartbreak. Because if you had kept walking with these people into your blessing, they would have dragged your miracle back into spiritual poverty. Let them go. If they were meant to love you in the next season, they would not have cursed your name in this one. You will be shocked at the peace that flows the moment you release them from your soul's grip. And then, suddenly, the atmosphere around you will begin to shift. You will feel a sensation that defies logic, an invisible wind in a sealed room, a golden warmth behind your back, an unexplainable calm like being held by something not of this world. That is not your imagination. That is the presence of the angel assigned to walk you through this transition. That angel was dispatched the moment you made the internal decision to believe. It didn't have to be loud. It didn't have to be confident. It just had to be real. And now, that angel carries scrolls of favor, contracts of spiritual inheritance, blueprints of the new life you're about to build. This is not just about one answer prayer. It's about an entire recalibration of your story. People will look at you in a few weeks and not be able to comprehend how fast your life changed. But it won't be fast. It will be right on time. You're not lucky. You're aligned. And everything you went through, the loneliness, the delay, the confusion, the spiritual warfare, was proof that you were carrying something too valuable to be left unbothered. You've been tested by fire because what you carry cannot be birthed in the ordinary. And now the fire has forged you into someone who can walk with divine authority. Tomorrow, the air will feel different. Not because the world has changed, but because you have. And heaven responds to those who have been refined in silence and now rise without fear. At 11:11, or the divine hour heaven chooses for you, there will be a shift. It may look like an email, a phone call, a dream, a new person, a door opening, a feeling of release, or a supernatural calm. But mark this, Something will be delivered to your life that changes the pace of your journey forever. And you will know it was God. Not because it makes you rich, but because it makes you whole. Not because it feels easy, but because it feels like home. Your spirit will recognize it even before your mind can understand it. But listen, do not tell everyone. Not everyone is meant to know what God is about to do in your life. Some things are sacred, and premature exposure to the wrong people can suffocate the birth of what heaven just delivered. This miracle is yours. Guard it, bless it, nurture it, and when it blooms, give the glory back to the one who carried you through the waiting, the silence, the fear, and the almosts. Because it was never almost. It was always coming. It was always written. It was always you. You were always the chosen one. You just had to get to this moment in time where belief triumphed over fear. And now the realm of angels is singing your name, praising the decision you've made to trust heaven's timing. You are not forgotten. You're not late. You're not disqualified. You are being summoned by God Himself into the life you almost gave up on. Tomorrow morning is not just a date on the calendar. It is the spiritual rebirth of your entire existence. And you will never be the same again.